Hi YouTube. This is my first video. I was not intending on my first video being like this, but it is, and it's because I'm really wanted to talk. My first video to be about transition, and I feel like tonight is the best time for me to start it. I'm actually in the hospital with my son, and he had surgery today. And he's been in a lot of pain most of the day. And even though I know, the decision to have the surgery was to better him, right now it doesn't seem like it. I know it doesn't for him, and it doesn't for me, because right now he's in so much pain. Excuse the bonnet. But he's in so much pain, and I think about it like we go through different transitional moments in our life. And a lot of time those transitional times in our life are very hard. It's the most painful times in our life. And sometimes it's hard to adjust. Even though it seemed like in the moment we cannot adjust, we know that eventually we will. Just like I know right now, like this is literally a transitional moment for Kason, because right now he's in pain. But the outcome for him is going to be him being healthier, him sleeping better, him being able to breathe correctly. So some of the toughest times in my life was during my transitional moments, whether it was me going to college, whether it was me moving out of my apartment on my own for the very first time, whether it was buying my house or having my kids. Those were some of the hardest, transitional moments for me, especially being a mom, because I came home with Kason and Kaylin being a single mom. Yes, it was probably because of some decisions that I made, but at the same time, I feel like I was kind of hard on myself. But God allowed me to adjust to the process. And in our transitional moments is the time that we're trying to adjust in our life. We're trying to adjust in the moment. But once we adjust, that's when our playing field kind of evens out. And sometimes it might feel like, that playing field sometimes is literally like a roller coaster. Being a mom for me has been a roller coaster of transitions. But it's been so worth it. And I know at the end of the day, after Kason is better, that it's going to be worth it. It's going to be hard for him right now. It's going to be really tough for him right now. It's going to be tough for me. Every time I doze off over here on this hard hospital couch bed, that's when he cries. And now, like, they're trying to adjust his medicine to make sure he's getting, enough for how he's feeling. And me not wanting him to have too many heart medications. But if he has to, I know it's just temporary. But during the transitional moments in my life, I really felt like God was not with me. And then once I go through the situation, I'm like, this right here was building my character. This right here was making me stronger. And in every situation that I've been in, I've adjusted. And those times I thought God wasn't there, he was. Those times I thought he had forgotten me, he hadn't. Because a lot of times I know I couldn't have carried myself through this situation. And even like I said, it's so crazy that I wanted to talk about transition, and now I'm in the hospital with Kason. He's on medication right now to help him, deal with pain right now. And it's carrying him through to the next 6 hours or next 3 hours, I'm sorry. And it's the same thing God does for us. He's carrying us even when we don't feel like it, because the transitional times feel so hard. But it's to make us stronger. It's to build our character. And it's so much easier said than done. And you sometimes it's like, but how much more can I take? With every transition comes strength. With every transition comes adjustment. And we have to learn to adjust. It's not even learning to adjust. You will adjust. It's just how long are you going to fight your adjustments? And I think that's where I am now. Forgive my shirt. My son been laying on me, crying on me, snotting on me. So there's no telling what's on this shirt right now. But sometimes we fight the adjustments, that we're that we're trying, that we need to sorry, I got a brain fart. We fighting the adjustments we need to make in order to transition properly. And with anything new, new territory, sometimes you're just going to be cautious. And it's tough. But one thing I can say is it gets better. You're going to make it. And the only thing I had to lean on was God. My family can do it. I can do it by my own strength. Because it's some dark times sometimes that I've been through. And I am 35 years old, about to be 36 in a month. And it's been some really, 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 really dark times that I've experienced in my life. But every one of those dark times that I've experienced is literally the times where I've walked away from God. I've turned away from God. But yeah, he's here. And he's transitioning to be better. This is just a tough time for him, and there's no better way that I could have explained transition than the way that I'm experiencing it now with him. It's like when you have kids, it brings a lot of different things to light, and you learn so much about yourself. And this is definitely one thing that I've definitely learned, is the joy and the pain of transition, because it can be both. So with that being said, it is 3 o'clock in the morning, almost 3 o'clock, and I'm going to try to lay down while he's sleeping now. Give you a little glimpse of him over here in his bed, and then, yeah. But, we thank God anyway. We trust God anyway. And we know that God, no matter how big or little the situation is, he's going to bring us out, and we'll be victorious. And I just sidebar, I left my AirPods at work. So I've been had these wired things. I did not realize how annoying these are. Talking about transition. These are so annoying when you try to just lay down and relax. But hey, it is what it is. But have a great day. Be positively motivated. If nobody told you all day, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And don't forget today to motivate someone. If you touch one person every day, that's 365 people a year. I love you. Have a great day. And sometimes just know you have to embrace your transition.